Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's Christmas and we're closed, but I thought I would answer some of your questions.
First one, this is from Jimmy, what exactly needed to convert a Defender 110 to a 110 double cab, and what are the challenges?
If he wants to go from a county station wagon to a double cab, he needs to create a bulkhead first of all in the back, and you also need to think about all your bracing for where your seat brackets are going to go on the second row into the back. You're going to need a double cab roof, which are super rare right now. You're going to need a double cab rear wraparound screen and all the glass, obviously. The doors you can reuse. What else are you going to need? And just some reinforcements, I think, underneath the seats.
Does a Discovery LR1 or LR2 dashboard fit into a Defender 110?
No, it does not.
Nice, easy one. How do you take the cab off a Defender? Because when we see them in the videos, they're always already off.
That's an interesting one. So we could do a little video of how to remove a cab if you'd like us to do that. So there's about, don't quote me on this, about 20 points of bolts. So there's two big ones at the front, two M12s, and then you've got a series of bolts around the front of the wings, holding the front of the wings on. You've got a series of bolts around the back that basically tie them back to the chassis, and then you've got the row bolts on the back of the truck.
Do the M57 conversions get TUV in Germany? Are they road legal?
Difficult one. We haven't done one yet in Germany. We are looking into it because we're having a lot of German clients ask this question. So maybe if someone's prepared to step forward, but what I've noticed is a lot of people want me to do the legwork when it comes to that. Unfortunately, guys, I don't speak German, so it would be very difficult to speak to authorities. So maybe if you're fluent in English and fluent in German, you can help us do it.
Dave, what's your dream build?
So my dream build is something that will happen in the near future, and I've been collecting bits for quite some time now, and that is a 100-inch special, full scram prepared, and I'm hoping to have it built by next September, which I really probably won't happen. So it'll probably get scratched for another year. Now I've got a little baby on the way, and there's going to be lots of sleepless nights, so maybe in 2 years. So 100-inch is going to be scram special, Prerunner shocks, and definitely the latest 6.6 because it's just power.
And for those that don't know what Scram is, we've just released a video all about that head over onto the channel and they can have a watch of that. What are your thoughts, plans concerning electric conversions?
So this is something we have been working on in the background, and I'll be honest guys, I'm not satisfied with batteries. To carry a fair bit of range, which most of our clients, they average from 250 miles to, I don't know, maybe more in a day in their Defenders. Hence the BMW M57 swaps. And I want to be able to give them minimum 500 range and to drive them as hard as they possibly can when towing a trailer.
Do Defenders need to be restored as a whole at once, or can you do it in stages?
I'm happy to do part restorations, guys, but what I don't like doing is, let's say, scratching a bit in the back and tidying the back up, which we have done before, and then leaving the front rusty. I believe in doing things as a whole, like chassis as a whole, bodies as a whole. And if you're going to think about engine conversions, I'd rather put a nice shiny engine into a nice crisp chassis rather than putting it into a crusty one, because it just makes our work look less, if that makes sense.
Can you offer M57 conversions for the Ford Ranger 5-cylinder model?
Unfortunately, guys, we're focused on Defenders right now until we need to branch out into other stuff, so not right now.
I think I recognise this one. This is from Ben Jones. He's on holiday at the moment. So anyway, his question is, when's the first tartan paint job being done?
Tartan, Ben. Maybe we could paint your Forester tartan.
On to the next question, though. What are your plans for the Wrangler?
Ooh, Wrangler. I'm thinking... It's not a Wrangler. It's a thing, isn't it? Rubicon. Get it right. Jeep Rubicon.
Picture here.
So, the Rubicon, I really don't know. So, I'm going to see how I get on with it, but I don't like inside. I don't like the shifter. It's too plasticky, so I'm definitely going to have to do something in that. But my friend Jeff from Bruiser told me the other day that he does bolt-on axles. He said he can send me a kit that I can swap that out to a 6.6 litre, 8-speed auto like that. So that's kind of on the cards.
Ben Mosley, sorry about this. I didn't ask your first question, which was what are the staff members' favourite builds, but we'll ask that in the next video. But back to you, Dave. Would an M57 swap be more beneficial or reliable over a Puma for an everyday work truck?
I would say hands down, because the reason why we install the M57 is because the M57 is bulletproof, guys. Like, the only issues we ever see with M57s is fuel pumps, not the mechanical fuel pump. We're having an issue at the moment where we've had problems with pre-supply pumps.
This one's from Rocket0710. Things to look out for when buying an older Defender, but I'm not going to let you answer that because I've wanted to make this video for ages. So I think in January we're going to do a walk around on that one. So we're going to skip that one. Rust, yeah. TD5 or Puma?
So I wasn't fond of the TD5 until Rob Shell, one of our customers on the Scram trip, brought one along. And after seeing that thing evolve and saw how it kept up with us and how it, it did what it needed to do. And Garrett Alive, every time I study his videos, and he's actually on board with YouTube now, so head over to Garrett Alive because they're doing their own channel. And his tuning guy has shown me some very welcoming figures from the TD5, and I do love the sound of them because they are a 5-pot.
I'm going to group a few questions here together. So what V8 options are there other than an LS or LT?
So we offer the 6.6, which is the LX3, which is the latest iron block. We are offering this motor, guys, and it is an absolute powerhouse. It's probably not going to be the most economical, but who cares? If you want a V8, guys, I don't think you're worried about miles per gallon.
Best engine for a Defender if you want to be a daily drive, but also enjoy safari?
Oof. If you enjoy safari and a daily drive, M57 hands down, guys. It delivers bags of torque, bags of rev range, and just works. And it's reliable.
We get a lot of questions on the YouTube, and some of which you're not always able to answer, nor am I. So I'll try and compile those for the next one. But bear with me on this one. Question for Dave: This is from Steve Picker, and Steve comments quite a lot on our YouTube videos. What's the benefit of the Prerunner shocks over the long travel 2-inch OME shocks? And I think that was in relation to last week's Scram video.
OME shocks, I want to say, for the average budget kind of guy. If you imagine taking something that is very superior and comparing it to something less superior, there's your answer pretty much. The 2.65s, I can guarantee if I had Old Man Emu on Rodent and I drove as hard as I did in Africa, I would have broke them, hands down. But the shocks, you see the size of the rods, you see the size of the pistons, guys, they're massive. The clevises are made from rose joints, so spherical rose joints, so they can take hammer. And I thought they're not going to last in the sand, in the crud, and guys, they're still like new.
Last one for this episode. This is in relation to the Scram video, which again, going to hit that one again, went live today. This is from Tilly Foxtrotter, who comments on all of our YouTube videos. Who failed to tighten the engine mounts?
So nobody did. But what we failed to do, guys, and I'll hold my hands up, guys, I like pretty bolts, and I hate bolts that go rusty. It drives me absolutely crazy. You'll notice in all of our videos, all my staff are hammered home to copper grease, lubricate threads, because, if we need to take these things apart, we don't want them seized. And we know how steel and aluminium corrodes and all that kind of stuff. And I was dressing the engine up in really nice, pretty stainless steel bolts. And now I've changed them all, guys. Any of my cars that are out there, I've all got now 10.9 or 8.8 M10 bolts in there, guys, and they're torqued up, and we've also used Nord-Lock washers, so literally anti-vibration washers to dog them up. And I was shocked, guys, because before that car went, I went over them nuts and I actually swung on them stainless steel bolts, so they've stretched down to sheer torque and abuse.
Right, that'll do. So if you just do an outro that just says, thanks for watching, guys. We'll try and do these question and answer sessions once a month. Look out for us on Instagram where we post the questions.
Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's really appreciative of your time. I'm going to be doing these more often, so if anybody'd like to know what goes on in the shop or just to like an answer, I'm more than happy to. And we're looking at doing some how-to shots soon, so keep tuned in. Bye-bye.